Defending on FC26 has never been easier, but most players don't even realize it. The AI this year is actually overpowered. It tracks runs, cuts passing lanes, and blocks shots like crazy. But here is the thing, if you keep trying to control everyone on defense, you are literally fighting against the AI that's trying to help you. In this video, I'll show you how to defend smarter, not harder. The biggest mistake I see from my coaching trainees and players in general is over defending. They panic switch, pull center backs out, and leave space behind. Meanwhile, good players just sit patient, they let the AI maintain their position while they focus on cutting lanes with their midfielders. It's not about tackling anymore, it's about bringing your players back. That is called micromanagement of your players. Think of defending like a partnership. Half you, half AI. Let the AI hold its line when your opponent is facing away or moving sideways. You don't need to rush in. The pressure is already there, but the moment your opponent starts facing goal or shaping up to pass or shoot, that's when you take control. Step in, jockey, or cover the angle. The best defenders don't press buttons all game. They choose their moments. This is why the 4-5-1 is such a meta defensive formation right now. You have got 3 central mids to block everything, and when you pull them back manually, it's like building a wall in front of your defense. But that should be purposeful. Don't just bring back players for the sake of bringing them back. When you are dragging your CMs back, make sure that you are staying close to the opponent, covering passing lanes, and also trying to apply pressure. If you are using the 4-2-3-1 wide or the 4-4-1-1 and still feel exposed, it's usually because you're not dragging your midfield back in time. Watch how pros defend. They are not controlling their center backs early. They move CMs into perfect intercept positions first. That's what keeps their shape compact. We go even deeper into this inside my school community. Full defending workshops, live group calls where I look at your gameplay, real gameplay breakdowns from players who are in Division 10, 7, 8, all the way in Elite Division. If you actually want to train your defensive habits, that's where we fix it properly. The links in the description below. Mindset is really important. Defending isn't about reacting, it's about anticipation. If you are switching early, chasing every run, or diving in every time someone sprints, you are defending emotionally, not intelligently. So many players come up to me and say, we do this because we want to win the ball quickly. Guys, you need to be calm, composed, and clinical. Slow down, read the body language of the attacker, let the AI close the space while you move one step ahead of the play. That's when defending starts to feel effortless. Watch how Tex is defending. He wouldn't switch too early to his players, right? It's all about micromanaging the players. He will track multiple runs. This is exactly what you want to do. You don't want to switch to just one player and run around like a headless chicken. That is where so many of you go wrong. You need to defend with numbers. When you defend in numbers, that is when your defending improves. Tex is also known to be an aggressive defender, but even he is staying calm and composed, bringing his players back. Because see, in this game, you don't need to touch your defenders early. So many of you would get Sol Campbell here and try to cover this passing lane. But you don't need to do that, guys. You can simply track with your CMs. But see, at all times he is staying close, also bringing his wingers back. This is what you want to do. And that is where your right stick switching comes into the play. You need to be able to manually switch to your players. See, again, stays with Ryan Dish, right? Staying with multiple players is the key, bringing them back. That is how you win the ball back. That is how you maintain your composure and structure and defense. When to switch and when not to. This is the number one thing that separates elite players from the rest. You don't switch for everything. You switch for the obvious danger. If there's a through pass about to be made, that's when you take control and cut it. You run back with your center backs. This is why play styles are important. Intercept plus on your center backs is a must. Marquinhos is the best goal defender for a reason. But if your opponent is still facing sideways or has a man on his back, there is no need to panic. Let the AI hold position. You just cover the passing lanes with your CM. Think of your CMs as shields. You have to stay close enough to your opponent to make him feel the pressure, but not so close that you are out of position if he turns. Just move with him. Stay patient. You are not hunting for a tackle. You are forcing a mistake. Once the ball goes out wide or the opponent turns backwards, that is when you press the opponent and use offside traps. See, we use an offside trap here to push our defensive line down. You need to use this in your game. And now let me tell you, I know the patch is being released, but I still think the AI defending is going to be really overpowered. Did you just notice how I brought back Mariona? Now that I have brought her back, I can actually second man press with Mariona while covering all this space manually with Marquinhos. And now I will just let go of the sprint and hold the jockey button to jockey in front of Mariona. Look, simple defending with numbers. Then I bring back Park Yi-sung. Here I want to use running a jockey because I want to simply cut passing lanes. Look how many defenders I have now. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 defenders. Right? This is how you want to defend in this game. The opponent is forced on the wings. When he is forced on the wings, I take Mariona again, a second man press with Park Yi-sung. This is when you want to second man press. So many of you get confused with second man pressing. And as you can see, I'm also marking the passing lane into Claudia Pina. This is exactly what you want to do. I'm staying close, forcing the opponent to turn away from the goal. When you force your opponents to turn away, that is when you are able to win the ball back. Why do I manually switch to Marquinhos? Because see, this is a through ball. It's a dangerous through ball. So many of you often comment this, that whenever we AI defend, we concede through balls. Guys, in this game, nothing is set in stone. If I tell you to AI defend, obviously that is what you want to do most of the times. But in this situation, as we can see, the opponent has too much space. There is no way my midfielders can come back in time. This is why I need to manually switch to my center back and cover this space here. Whenever your midfield is further away from your defenders, that is when you need to switch to them. I am then able to cut this through ball simply because Marquinhos has intercept and I am manually tracking him. Now check this video out here to learn how to attack against such players who defend with AI.